Relevant wrestling, the fortunate sons of flipping this. Catch a pilot newsletter cause they're ubiquitous. Wanna hang with these studs? Better pack a lunch and strolling. Or catch a spirit Superman punch from Roman. Lady Swoon getting these hands for fortune. Hollywood stars destroyed, only Lorcan. Kramer is a pro at the scripts and showing the gifts. When I'm blowing the gift, you catch a moment of bliss. Keith flees basking in glory. Stress or falter, if your 5 fingers cross your chest like Walter. Gibraltar status, know the way you stand.
Greetings, Buzz Humans, Marks, Hipsters, Trolls, Bros, WrestleBays, and the rest of the Relevant Wrestling family. It's me, your host, and the humble narrator for this evening's main event, the voice of Relevant Wrestling Productions, Joe Fortune, and I am joined by none other than my constituent, the undead bride to my Sue Young, the undead bridesmaid, the one and only Bruiser Brody.
I'm ready.
Bruiser, happy Saturday.
Yes, happy Saturday.
From what I can tell, you've been hitting the breweries all day long.
Well, no, yesterday I was out in Beacon, New York at good old Hudson Valley getting the new sour IPA that they dropped.
Wow, do you really driving the miles, putting in the work, hitting the territories,
Oh yeah, you got to check out the talent, man.
Doing the drive, as they say.
Doing it. We're doing it over here.
That's right, Buzz Humans, and we are doing it. We are riding the buzz waves on episode 23 of the most relevant and buzzworthy podcast in all of professional and independent wrestling. This is False Finish Productions Presents. And hot off the heels of filming last night's NEW event at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York. That's right, False Finish Productions. Big shout outs to our boys. Presents. That's right.
What?
Relevant Wrestling Productions Weekly Buzz. Like I said, Buzz Humans, episode 23.
You're going to say hot off the heels of something else.
Hot off the heels of Scarlet Bordeaux.
No. Hot off the heels of one of the funnest events I've been into in years. The good old live pro wrestling schmoyo schmambo.
Oh, don't worry, brother. That is on the list of topics that we are going to we're going to cover tonight. That's right, Buzz Humans. Like I said, this is episode 23 of the Weekly Buzz. This is the show where we get together, we break. That's right. Over marks. We break bread. We break Mark's hearts. We sip Mark tears. We swim.
Cross their spine and crack their skulls.
Yep, and swim in an ocean of Mark's blood. We bring the old school flair, the attitude era, aggression. Buzz Humans, we ask you, are you buzzworthy? Are you relevant? Are you adequately prepared to ride the buzz wave?
Out.
With us, with Bruiser Brody, with Joe Fortune to do the relevant wrestling thing. And, pull no punches here, address the hard topics, what's buzzworthy, what's relevant. And, we are you ready to take that journey with us, Buzz Humans? We hope that you are, because we are here once again. But before we get into things, Buzz Humans, allow me to plug the social media as always. Buzz Humans, we are proud to be part of the False Finish family. Once again, big shout out to our extended fam, our extended Buzz family, the False Finish fam. Props on helping out with the filming and the production last night at NEW for the big show with Kenny Omega versus Phoenix, Pentagon versus Darby Allin, PCO had a match against Big Bacon, Jack Swagger against RVD. Big show. Yep, big show. Dude, that's what I'm hearing all over Twitter.
Big Show is there?
No. The big show wasn't.
Got me all excited.
What was it called? Undisputed, Undeniable, something like that. It was an NEW show.
Undetermined.
It's on highspots.com. It was.
I think I'm gonna go watch it tonight.
Yeah. So there's a plug there. You'll see Matt and the guys around the ring helping out.
Actually, if I wasn't out getting beer, I would have went.
I wanted to go too last night. I regret not going because it seemed like people were raving about that.
I don't regret it because you know why? I live my life with no regrets.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I went too, man. Like, of course, I don't live my life. I live my life with lots of regrets. That's the difference between me and Tim, I guess, right? But anyway, I do wish I went. But just not necessarily even for the show itself, but just to support, the False Finish guys.
NEW, my boys. Flip Gordon.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And I remember somebody said on their podcast recently, I don't know why I can't remember exactly whose podcast, but they were saying like NEW dude is like, which I don't believe because I feel like Ring of Honor is higher than them only because they're like backed by Sinclair. But no, Ring of Honor is not considered an independent promotion anymore.
I'd agree.
I wouldn't even consider like Impact Indies anymore because it's got a television deal.
Oh no, to me, top it's WWE, Impact, and ROH. I don't consider ROH indie anymore.
Yeah, dude, a lot of people.
It may be like a little bit lower on the spectrum of things, but it's not indie anymore.
A lot of people consider NEW. Well, I don't remember what podcast it was, dude, but they were saying NEW is like the number one grossing indie.
But also, too, it's like you build yourself up on the indies just to get to ROH. Just because the talent on ROH is, that big. I mean, that good. And then I agree with you with the whole Sinclair thing.
But you think that's true? NEW, top grossing indie in America right now?
Really?
I mean, dude, it's almost sold out in Mid-Hudson Civic Center. That's got to be.
But also, too, look at the card there. Are they doing that every time? Like, granted, I know they had all those matches with Cody, and Kurt.
What about when they do Wrestling Under the Stars? That one outside at Dutchess Stadium. The time when me and Jeremy went like 4 years ago for Bucks versus Hardys. Dude, they do big numbers. They do like 5,000-6,000 people at that show. If they did 6,000 to 10,000 last night, they sell out, dude. When they're in Danbury, they do like 2,000 people.
So then you can't deny it because the only thing I think I would be able to compete would either be like FIP or PWG, but they don't run venues that big.
Bro, FIP does 70 fucking people in Florida. There's freaking 70 people in the bathroom queue at fucking NEW. I'm telling you, bro. Even Chris puts it over all the time. They did like 3 times Cody Rhodes and fucking Kurt Angle in one.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
cage matches. I mean,
they ended it with the cage match. It was the best out of 3.
Yeah, dude. But anyway, before we get completely sidetracked, Buzz Humans, gotta put them over. Like I said, False Finish Productions. Thank you guys for taking us under your wing, putting us on. And with that said, if you want to support us, Buzz Humans, and ride those social media buzz waves so you can do so, then make sure to check both of us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channels. You can hear our podcasts all over podcasting platforms. You can hear the False Finish Productions flagship podcast. You can hear this podcast, The Weekly Buzz, Relevant Wrestling Weekly Buzz, our flagship podcast, I Dream of Joshi, and Relevant Wrestling Goes Beyond on all of these podcasting platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Podbean, Audio Boom, all those good ones. So check that shit out. Like I said, subscribe to our YouTube channels. Play the Relevant Wrestling Buzz Tunes mixtape on Spotify and watch the Buzz List playlist on YouTube. Check out our relevant reviews on Facebook on our group notes section, on the Japanese Pro Ichiban page on WordPress and on falsefinish.com. Hit us up for your copy of the most interactive wrestling zine on the planet, the Relevant Rag. First pressing is hitting mailboxes. Has hit mailboxes this past week. A lot of our Instagram friends hit us up on the gram. Are posting that they've been receiving the zine, so that's awesome. They've been posting pictures of it in their stories and on their feeds. That's freaking sweet. We appreciate all the love. A few of you have reached out to us and asked us, how can you get on the mailing list, or how can you, get a copy of the zine? Well, don't worry. I'm going to be printing out more copies of issue 3, sending them out to those of you who have hit me up within the next week or so. Buzz Humans, we don't know when we're going to be putting out another relevant rag. That's probably the last one for this year. But with that said, if you're watching the video, Tim is holding up his copy in the background. But Buzz Humans, with that said, we got a lot of projects coming up, which we'll touch on a little later in the show. But yeah, don't worry.
Don't you worry, Papi. Pa.
Print is not dead, Buzz Humans. Neither is digital media. So make sure to check out our Instagram page, like I said, and hit up our bio. You can check out our links page on there, where you can find a link to our Relevant Wrestling Pro Shop, and you can check out more of our zines and prints on there that we have for sale. We have our Wrestlemania 35 indie show week planner, and we also have a Google Calendar on there that has all of the relevant. Sorry, I can't put every single show on there, or it'll just be annoying and a waste of time, because you guys probably won't go to most of them anyway, or even look at this thing. But if you do, we have a New England indie show Google Docs calendar on there too. So you guys can go to at least all the relevant shows in the New Jersey, New York, New England area. So yeah, Buzz Humans, rewriting those buzz waves for you, keeping you relevant, keeping you buzzworthy, asking you, are you relevant? And if not, then shit, we're here to do the work for you. Well, we got a lot to say, because this is episode 23 of Weekly Buzz. Geez, guys, last week I hit 1 year on I Dream of Joshi, 12 months of that, so that's pretty awesome. This month I'll have the 12th episode of Relevant Wrestling Goes Beyond out. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that show successfully for monthly for a year, but still put out we'll still have 12 episodes out in about 14 months of doing that show. But with that said, Buzz Humans, let's move on to the action, the fun shit, the relevant shit. Tim was alluding to it earlier, and we mentioned it on the last episode of Weekly Buzz, which was 2 weeks ago.
Yes, we did. Yes.
We are. I don't know what you want to say. Collaborating with
working relationship.
Yeah, a working relationship, a talent exchange, if you will. Not necessarily of physical talent, but of metaphorical talent and talent of the mind in the arts. So Buzz Humans, we're going to be working, like I said, with live Prov Wrestling. The cat is probably already out of the bag if you follow them or us on our social media. But we went to their show on this past Sunday, which
I had a fucking ball. Awesome time. Definitely awesome concept. Something new. After how many years of going to wrestling shows and something like that, to see something different, it got me. I really enjoyed it. I'm super stoked for the next event. I'm really legitimately yeah, kind of invested in the characters. Definitely want to learn more, but overall, hell yeah, definitely worth my time, worth your time. Definitely check them out if you're in the Providence area. It's a good time. For three solid hours of fun, something interesting, something different. It's I wasn't. How about this? I wasn't expecting to have as much fun as I did.
There you go, Buzz. There you go, Buzz Humans. I'll ask Tim a couple more questions that I got down here in the notes, more specifics about the show, so I can really get his opinion on some things. Just want to see how he enjoyed the live experience. All right, Buzz Humans. So we'll be working on a new print project with Live Prov Wrestling. It'll kind of be like a program, a flyer, so to speak, for them. A primer, if you will. I believe we'll be calling it the Relevant Rasslin Providence Wrestle Party Primer. We're working on some articles right now. Tim, myself, and Hulk Hogan. So, identity's still a secret. I'm sure you guys know who he is by now, but whatever. We're still going to keep.
He showed his face a couple times. I seen it.
We're still going to keep kayfabe alive here, but we're working on some print. Like I said, we're working on program for them. Some other merchandise ideas in the works too. So definitely stay tuned for that. All right. So Tim, when I first told you guys about this shit, like you and HK,
there you go.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna say for now. You and HK.
HK.
I know you guys probably like, what I don't know. What was like what was your like initial thoughts about this before you went?
Honestly, I had no thoughts. I really had no inhibitions or no preconceived notions. I kind of went into open-minded because I didn't really read anything that was sent to me.
So before you were saying like, that's awesome. Before you were saying like it was like kind of like after us going to so many shows and seeing so much stuff after so many years, this one was kind of like different, and I agree with that. I mean, it was in a very small room. Right? Would you call it? I mean, it was in the Black Box Theater.
No, yeah, it was in a room,
which is part of AS220, which is like a big art space in downtown Providence, right smack dab in the middle on Empire Street. This was at the Black Box Theater. I mean, it was like a 40 by 40 foot room. Fucking the ring was like, bro, it had to be a small ring. I mean, it was even like a, close to the floor level ring. I felt kind of bad for them, but it had to be, bro, especially with that ceiling. That was another thing that like sucked. I mean, that was the one thing I thought that like,
it was like super low, and it's not like the ring was even that big.
Yeah,
or like tall.
They had to like really like work, on the outside a lot and like on the mat, which was cool. But I don't know, like what kind of stuff there stood out to you? Like, what did you really like, or what do you find like different about the Providence Wrestle Party?
Dude, they have a band.
Right.
Like, they have a band that like plays in the background and like sometimes will like pop up and like, add to a match. So I think honestly that adds like definitely a different element, a little bit of intrigue. It also too, like, it can help a wrestler get over too, which is another awesome thing to, help out. Other than that, like it was pretty like I hate not to say like standard, but like it. You know what it reminded me of? Like a punk rock version of Chikara.
Yeah, I definitely.
You know what I mean? Like it's like they're not wrestlers; they're characters. Like everyone's got a story, and like that's what it is. And it's a lot of like. Yes, there was a lot of wrestling, but like there's a lot of acting and like comedic elements to the whole night. So, but overall, I think it's a very well talented group of wrestlers that definitely could be ones to look out for in the future.
Yeah, it's a lot of locals, which is cool. I like that. Not too serious. Like, I don't want to say that the matches don't mean anything because like it's wrestling. None of the matches mean anything, really. It's fake. But you know, they're like more fun, like Tim said, than like, you know, oh my God, I got to go see this like 5-star match. It's like John Gresham versus freaking Tracy Williams, and it's going to be like a Matt Classic. Like, you know, you're not getting that there, but you're getting fun. You're getting a good time. Yeah, so slamming some cheap beers, Narragansetts and the likes, Shandies maybe. Having a good fucking time, dude. I mean, there was like a couple 500-pound guys. There was a bear,
Big Bear,
a bear, a cat, a yoga instructor. I mean, it was a good fucking time. It's funny. It's like I you know, interspecies wrestling. It's like Hood Slam. It's like Chikara all rolled into one.
Big Bear.
It's a good time. So, you know, shout out.
But we had such a good time. The ring broke.
Yeah, we did have such a good time. The ring broke, and you can actually see like a replay of the show if you check out their Facebook page. If you go to
at ringbreak.com.
No, it's live Prov Wrestling. That's the Facebook page, right? The Wrestle Party is just
Yep, you're right. Yep.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
Or do get it twisted.
Oh yeah, or get twisted.
Or get twisted and meet us at the Providence Wrestle Party. Next show will be the first Sunday of December. And it'll be a championship match, right? To crown the...
It's going to be one match not to miss.
That's right. It's going to be...
Good old King Leon versus...
King Leon the 6th, bro.
Who's he fighting? The winner of the first Smile Smumble, Ashley Vox.
Wow. Well done, bro. Well done. You might be doing the intro from now on. All right, Buzz Humans. So,
WWE, what's that?
Yeah, you could tell that we are very excited riding the buzz waves from the Providence Wrestle Party. Happy to be doing business.
Yeah, I can't wait to do more.
And that's right. Them and our man, Sully Banger. So
yeah, Sully, good man. Great dude.
So we will see y'all, you know, down there every first Sunday of the month in Providence. Be there.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yep, every first Sunday. So
oh, fuck yeah.
Clear your fucking schedule now.
Clear your fucking schedule. Tell Christ I can't come today.
That's right.
Yep.
So, all right, Buzz Humans, let's talk some WWE. Get that shit out of the way. Ooh, here's an exclusive Mania 35 event in jeopardy after low ticket sales for WWE Evolution pay-per-view. WWE main event news. It appears that the planned WrestleMania main event between Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair, which has been rumored and discussed for quite some time, is seemingly in major jeopardy, according to several sources. Recently, the WWE began the program of Charlotte versus Rousey this week by beginning the storyline arc that Charlotte has lost belief in herself following her loss to Becky Lynch. Oh yeah, I remember that. Like Paige wanted her to be the captain of the Smackdown Women's.
Even though she still is.
Oh well, she still has lost her confidence, right? This is supposed to culminate with Charlotte winning the Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble, followed by the Raw Women's Championship from Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. If you recall, this is the exact same storyline the WWE used when John Cena won the WWE Championship from The Rock at WrestleMania 29, which is also hosted in New Jersey. I don't know if there's any reasoning behind that, but
yeah, because it's dirty.
Exactly. And Charlotte's the dirtiest player in the game.
Well, I'm just glad she'll fucking take it off of Ronda, then leave Becky out of this.
While this match seems like a done deal, WWE are exploring other options for their main event following the disappointment of the WWE Evolution pay-per-view. Why?
What?
Well, here we go.
It's like one of the best pay-per-views of the year.
But the pay-per-view failed to sell out with with WWE blacking out around 40% of the arena in order to claim a sellout. So they sold out of what, if the arena hold 20,000 people and they blacked out 40%.
Yeah, but dude, how many things have we heard about Oh, they did the lights because they didn't have the normal set of lights, so they made it like more intimate and blah, blah, blah. I couldn't tell you how many like different reports I've heard about like so and so.
Yeah, I know. I heard that too. And then they're like, they didn't want the set to look too much like Raw or SmackDown or some shit.
Yeah.
In addition to what? Wow. In addition to that, interest in Evolution was generally poor. Based on a 2-week social media metrics going into the event, a key metric that WWE bases many of their decisions on. The WWE, well, we know that. WWE has been looking to secure The Rock for WrestleMania, as mentioned here on Relevant Wrestling Productions during the last couple months. And his inclusion would make his match the main event, which we've also spoken about here in the last couple months. WWE are keen to having The Rock defeat Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship and do a rematch between the pair in Saudi Arabia in April. However, if they are unable to secure The Rock, maybe Braun Strowman or Drew McIntyre who will defeat Lesnar and finally take his place as WWE's top babyface. WWE does not secure The Rock. It is not known if Lesnar versus Strowman will go on last or Ronda versus Charlotte will go on last. So here we are once again, bro, with them, card subject to change. WrestleMania main event, who's going to be in it, who's not. Roman's not here anymore, so that really gives them a reason to, bring The Rock in or a big name if they're going to. They need to pull the trigger on it pretty soon. But we could see the first ever women's main event at WrestleMania. So I know we probably tackle this topic a lot. I don't know if your opinion has changed on it, but what match do you think is going to be the main event for WrestleMania 35?
Main event.
Yes, the main event.
Yeah. The main event's gonna be the main event, Tim.
Yeah, who's gonna be in it? No.
Women. Why do I want to see Lesnar versus Strowman? So Lesnar can destroy him again for no reason?
You don't think Lesnar will be Lesnar and Rock? I think this stuff with The Rock is just hearsay, bro.
I may be in the minority here, but like I don't care about The Rock. I don't. I really don't.
Remember, he was supposed to be in Saudi Arabia. Was he? No. So
I don't care about The Rock.
Like, how am I supposed to believe it? How am I supposed to believe this?
I'm not supposed to believe anything. It's wrestling.
Yeah, well, I mean, Survivor Series is coming. Survivor Series swerve. Who knows if The Rock comes down and helps Team Raw win? You never know.
What? No,
not at all. So
Team SmackDown win.
Oh yeah, true.
God, you dumb.
Yeah, right. Speaking of SmackDown, let's speculate the SmackDown men's main event match. Wild Plains. I look like it said White Plains. While plans are always subject to change, look for AJ Styles to face Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Oh, boo. Look for Orton to go through programs/matches with Rey Mysterio, The Miz, who's slated to face AJ Styles after Survivor Series. All right, awesome. Miz will get his match. See, I could see Miz wins it for SmackDown and then he gets his match. Then a program with Daniel Bryan, then a match with AJ Styles. Holy shit, they got a lot planned for Orton over the next 5 months, don't they? If the match is done earlier between the two, look for Orton to win. What the fuck? And become the new WWE champion, and then go up against Batista at WrestleMania 35 if some match is available to happen between the two. Again, card subject to change. I don't know. What do you want to see, Tim? What match do you want to see for the SmackDown? Not the SmackDown. That's disrespectful to call it that. For the WWE Championship. AJ versus Orton. AJ versus Miz. Daniel Bryan maybe in there. Doubtful. Orton versus Batista.
Okay, you ready? AJ, Bryan, Mysterio.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why Mysterio isn't in the title picture. He's been so good lately.
Dude. Though Those three could put on probably such an insane match.
Why not just AJ and Ray?
That's fine by me too.
They haven't wrestled yet since Ray's been back?
No.
Wow. Not even a house show?
No,
people would have blown it up. Like, we would know. I think we would definitely know if that match is.
Dude, I was just happy that we got Ray Almos.
Bro, you see what I mean when I said, like, his dives and shit make sense and, like, he knows what he's doing? Like, that match was so good, bro. He was, like, doing that sliding DDT.
I love that thing, yeah.
He's so good.
I love Almos, though. I think Almos is killing it, man. He may be low-key on the radar, but, like, every time he's on the screen, he fucking kills it for SmackDown.
Bro, they're so good together. They got to wrestle again. Like, that was a really good match. Mysterio, I don't know, dude.
Mysterio.
Like, I get it. You know, it's fake and all that shit, but, like, you got to give it up to Mysterio, who for, like, 20-plus years has just, like, destroyed his fucking body for us.
Yeah.
Like, his knees are shot. You know, his spine. His elbows are fucked up. But, like, his hips. But, like, this guy, what is he? He's got to be 40 years old now, dude. He's still putting on, like, arguably, like, getting some of the biggest pops of the night. Like, doing pops that make sense. Like, I mean, just give it up for Mysterio, guys.
Give it up. Give it up.
He's going to be nominee for a lot of buzzies this year, I think. Surprisingly enough. All right, Buzz Humans. Let's get into some more rumors. Some, buzzworthy headlines. The WWE offer a contract to New Japan Pro Wrestling's Tetsuya Naito. I read a lot of different things about this week. I'm hearing from, like, some of my, like, some of our sources that it was a rib. Basically, there was a Tokyo Sports interview, and Naito mentioned something about going to WWE or being offered a contract by WWE. But then I think on his Twitter, he later had said something about how that was just like a rib on Chris Jericho. So I don't know if that's true or not, but the rumors are saying that Naito was offered a WWE contract shortly after New Japan Destiny and that he, like, immediately turned it down. That officials met with him at a restaurant in Tokyo. So who knows? It's wrestling. It's probably all a work. But what's not a work is the contract status of AJ Styles, the club, and Nakamura. So all of these guys' current contracts are set to expire within the next year. It's expected that AJ Styles will re-sign with the company. His current contract coming up in several weeks. Wow. Isn't that crazy? AJ's contract is actually going to be up before the year's over. Styles' current downside. Wow. Dude, Styles has a $2 million a year downside guarantee. So whether they use him or not, he gets $2 million. And that's not even with, like, the pay-per-view bonuses and shit.
Wow.
Or merch, bro. Like, that's his downside guarantee, bro. Whether he's working. I mean, they're working his ass, though. Like, they're working him for that $2 million. You want to talk about something that's, like, earning that $2 million, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to, like, guys like Brock and shit and, like, Cena who, like, have, like, $5 to $10 million downsides and aren't fucking working. But, I mean, I don't know. Dude, you got guys like Hall and Nash who are getting, like, close to that 20 years ago. But regardless.
Totally different story.
Yeah, exactly. They literally had a billionaire throwing money at them. But regardless, $2 million downside guarantee for Styles. Don't know if New Japan would be able to throw that at him and also make him, the face of their brand. But Gallows and Anderson's contracts expire several months after AJ Styles' contract. We have not seen them on SmackDown Live in quite some time. It has been reported that New Japan is very interested in bringing them back to the company. Time will tell what the tag team will do once their current deals are up. Finn Balor's contract will be up in 2019 as well. While a regular on WWE TV, the company has yet to highlight Balor's full potential since his shoulder injury suffered a while ago. Rumor has it that New Japan Pro Wrestling is looking to offer big-time deals to some of WWE's big stars once their current deals are up. With the Bullet Club storyline taking place now, time can only tell if Finn Balor will remain with the WWE or return to New Japan as Prince Devitt, the founder of the Bullet Club. Nakamura's contract is set to be up in 2019 as well. While not being featured as much on WWE TV as of late, Nakamura has mentioned that while he's very happy living in the United States of Nakamura with his family, you saw what I did there, and he is happy with WWE, New Japan has been greatly wanting a return from the King of Strong Style. What will happen? 2019 is set to be a historic year for the industry, with WWE entering new big-time contracts with Fox and USA Network worth $2 billion, and with New Japan and ROH running Supercard of Honor, which I would take it to, by the way, at the sold-out world's famous arena, Madison Square Garden, and more. What does the future hold for these men? You think anybody's going to go back to New Japan, bro? You think we're getting any flips?
No.
No club. Club is not going to Impact. Jericho's
Nope.
Everybody's staying.
No. Yep.
Damn, Tim, you always cut down the rumors, bro. Straight to it. No,
dude.
Because they really don't leave or flip.
Why? Why leave a good paying job?
I know.
They've been to New Japan.
See, dude, I don't know why people leave WWE unless, I don't get it. There's no reason you should leave WWE unless you're fired or released. Okay, they don't work you, but you still have a downside. You could literally sit at home and fuck around with your family, invest your money, and you could still get paid. But people, they want to leave on principle. Fuck your principle. Why would you leave a good paying job, like Tim said?
Fuck your principles.
Are they just going to uproot and go back to Japan? It's a little ridiculous. And I think something else that we could address or allude to, and that nobody's really bringing up, is, let me read this again. 2019 set to be a historic year for the industry, with WWE entering new big-time contracts with Fox and USA Network worth $2 billion. So if these guys' contracts are up and coming up, and they know WWE is getting huge contracts, why wouldn't they try to push for extensions or bigger contracts instead of just saying fuck it and leaving? Or knowing that there's going to be even more exposure. Oh, this is an opportunity. Maybe we can get more matches. Or even if we're on Main Event or Superstars, at least that shit's going to be shown on Fox and more people are going to see it.
Yep.
Buzz Humans, like Tim said, stay where the fuck you're at. All right. If it ain't,
stay where the fuck you at.
If it ain't fixed, don't break it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So something really cool that's been developing over the past couple of weeks, and this is definitely a talent exchange that we know to have been going down. Evolve to feature more NXT and 205 superstars regularly. And we know this definitely to be true because at the most recent Evolve event, well, actually not the most recent one, because as of the recording of this show, there will have been one additional Evolve show since the big Evolve show where everything changed. But here, let's read this one. There's a lot on here, so I'll read this all, you Buzz Humans. Evolve Wrestling made the Buzz Circuit. I love that. Wow. We did not write this. I'm taking that. Evolve Wrestling made the Buzz circuits recently on social media, and throughout the wrestling community when several NXT stars began showing up to events, not only competing but winning Evolve's 2 titles. Fabian Aichner won the Evolve Championship, while the Street Profits captured Evolve's tag team titles. With Evolve having a working alliance. Wow, props to Last Word on Pro Wrestling. You guys are using good buzzwords. Having a working alliance with the WWE and founder Gabe Sapolsky working with NXT. WWE superstars have shown up in Evolve before in the past, including Adam Cole, Cedric Alexander, and others. But prior to the last set of events, matches featuring WWE talent was restricted to dark matches for their live audiences and kept off of Evolve broadcast of their iPay-per-views. But that ban has been lifted. I think we mentioned this on the last show. And on Monday, Evolve announced more details that shed light on why. So here we go. This is a tweet from Evolve. Let's pull this up because I want to see the whole thing. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, here it is. In a statement on their, it's on their Facebook page. That's why Facebook popped up. I thought it was a tweet. God damn it. Now I got to take all this shit out. Okay, so here's a link to their Facebook. In a statement on their Facebook page, Evolve, dude, I love who wrote this. We got to get this guy on board. In a statement on their Facebook page, Evolve declared. That's right.
They pasted it.
The new Evolve is here. It features a mix of independent, NXT, and 205 Live stars in matches against each other. It showcases rising stars, today's superstars, and big names. It is a place to witness today's stars, learn, grow, and create. Hashtag this is Evolve, and you can't see anything like this elsewhere. The new poster design show a throwback feel to the company, but shows a blend of NXT and 205 Live stars working with some of Evolve's best talent, such as Shane Strickland, Darby Allin, AR Fox, and the Workhorsemen, the team featuring WWN champion JD Drake and Full Impact Pro champion Anthony Henry. It's also worth noting that the Livonia, Michigan event features a rare Shine Championship appearance on an Evolve show. Oh, so that's kind of like a super show. As new Shine champion Allison Kay, former 2-time Impact Knockouts champion Sienna, will face Shotzi Blackheart. Also, Chicago's freelance wrestling will be represented on Sunday when freelance champion Isaiah Velasquez defends his title against the academic standard GPA, Jeffrey Percival Austier, who has been feuding with Velasquez this summer. So last night, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but last night, as far as mashup matches, we had DJZ versus Mustafa Ali, the Street Profits defending their newly won tag team championships, Evolve Tag Team Championships against JD Drake and Anthony Henry. And the main event, which I guess is an NXT match, but for the Evolve Championship because Fabian Aichner was the champion. Fabian Aichner defended against Cassius Ohno. I don't know the results of the show. I'm not going to give you guys spoilers, but we could have a new Evolve champion as we speak. I just haven't seen the spoilers myself yet or the results myself. So, and this evening on Evolve 116, we got our boy Darby Allin, who, from what I'm hearing, God bless this kid, man. He was in fucking Poughkeepsie, New York last night, and tonight he'll be wrestling in Oaklawn, Illinois. And if I know this kid, he did not fly there. He drove. Like, he definitely left the show last night in Poughkeepsie, got in his fucking car, and he drove from New York to Chicago. So, big props to Darby Allin. He's going to have a huge match against WWE superstar Mustafa Ali, 205 Live superstar. There'll be an Evolve Tag Team Championship match if they're still Tag Team Champions. This will be a Tag Team Championship match. The Street Profits versus AR Fox and Leon Ruff. We will have Shane Strickland versus Cassius Ohno. and Fabian Aichner versus Anthony Henry. So, Tim, what do you think about the new direction that Evolve is going in as far as being like a hybrid of Indie, 205 Live, and NXT?
I really enjoy it. I think it helps expose the NXT wrestlers to other, the indie wrestlers that they wouldn't normally be exposed to. I think it helps sharpen the skills of the indie wrestlers, gives us like dream matches, and maybe depending on, I haven't seen the matches, maybe they work more of a WWE style and try to almost like they pick and choose who they wrestle. So it's kind of like testing the people out to see like what their level is, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna stick with them. So like, we'll keep my eye on them. But I think it's I like it. It's interesting. It's actually really awesome to see how far Evolve's come from for a while. It kind of came out of that like really weird gray period when everyone was like, oh my God, Gabe Sapolsky's not with ROH anymore. What? What's going on? And then fucking, yeah, that's one of the few ideas that popped out of his head. But yeah, I'm all for it. Definitely super surprising. And finally,
Oh my God, dude, he loves it. I mean, I bet you've been calling that for years that Street Profits were going to be the Evolve Tag Champions, right?
yeah. Oh yeah. Especially the Evolve.
Yeah, Tim predicted that a long time ago. Who would have known that they would have won the Evolve Tag Team Championship before they won the NXT Championships? But
yeah,
stir the pot, bro. Stir the pot. Sip the cup, right? Drink the juice. So I'm excited. Big fan of Evolve. Big fan of Gabe Sapolsky's work. Been following him for years. Probably 16, 17 years now. Probably longer for those of us that were early ECW fans. And, I know he didn't really have much to do there with the booking, but still supporting the scene. A lot of people confused, maybe angry. Why are these guys from NXT and 205 Live coming and getting opportunities? But, I mean, let's just be real. Gabe is like a booking consultant for NXT. Evolve's kind of been like a feeder system for NXT for a while now.
Yep.
Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, Donovan Dijak, Cassius Ohno. The list goes on. I'm not going to waste time spouting out names that you guys already know, or that you can probably tell me that I wouldn't mention anyway. There's some podcasts out there, especially some Evolve focused podcasts that are very critical of Gabe and the product. We try not to be overly critical here. We just break balls for fun. We have fun. If we really don't like something, though, we'll call it out. But I enjoy it. The name is Evolve, right? So they can't always be doing the same shit. The roster is very thin. I don't know if that's just because of where and when Gabe is booking. You can't have a consistent roster. As a bit of a shoot, it might be because of his attitude. It's hard for him to keep a lot of people around, but that's neither here nor there. But like Tim said, it's giving guys opportunities to get ready for the main roster, to work a different style, and to start getting noticed. The name of the promotion is Evolve, and they got to evolve, stay relevant, stay buzzworthy. I like it. I have no complaints. I don't really know who like Fabian. I mean, I've seen Fabian Aichner in the Cruiserweight Classic or whatever he was in.
CWC.
Maybe he was in that or the NXT UK tournament. I can't really remember. I didn't read the results, but I did see one tweet on Twitter that said someone said last night's Evolve show was like the best indie show. I mean, everybody says, every fucking Saturday I come on here and say so-and-so said this was the best indie show. But for somebody to put Evolve over and say last night's Evolve show was like the best indie show they've seen all year, that's pretty good. I wanted to check it out, but I didn't. I might check out tonight's show. I probably will because like Darby's on it, and I think Josh Briggs. So I want to see those dudes. Yeah, let's evolve, Buzz Humans, ride the buzz waves, and hopefully, we see some new stars born. Buzz Humans, once again, this is False Finish Productions presents Relevant Wrestling Weekly Buzz, episode 23. Buzz Humans, let's move on to the next segment. Wouldn't be Relevant Wrestling if we didn't show a little love to the ladies. So I got a really cool story once again from Last Word on ProWrestling.com that this is actually not an original article from them, but they are like reblogging an article from Yahoo Japan. So let's read this. Meiko Satomura tells Yahoo Japan she will be back with the WWE in 2019. All right. This past Wednesday, 38-year-old Joshi legend Meiko Satomura, and shameless plug, Buzz Humans, if you're fans of Joshi Pro Wrestling, then you can check out one of our other podcasts, I Dream of Joshi, that I do for all of your relevant Japanese women's pro wrestling needs. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, so check that out on our social media platforms and podcasting platforms. But that's right. This past Wednesday, 38-year-old Joshi legend Meiko Satomura, founder of Sendai Girls Promotion in Japan and one of the standout performers in this year's Mae Young Classic, told Yahoo Japan that she intends to return to the WWE in 2019. Let's read the official story down here. Meiko still has lots to do in Japan, including fight the current Sendai Girls champion Chichiro Hashimoto at Big Show in Osaka on November 17th. Plus, she still works in Big Show in Providence. Name of the episode. Plus, she still works in the UK with Pro Wrestling Eve and Fight Club Pro, where she is the current reigning and defending Fight Club Pro champion. Still feuding with Pete Dunne. According to the interview with Yahoo Japan, here's the official statements. Meiko was flown into New York last month to watch WWE Evolution with several other of the Mae Young Classic competitors, and after that, she knew she needed to come back to the WWE in 2019. And I quote, "The scale and level are completely different," she said. "The fans are so noisy. I want to stand in that ring. I feel strongly that I cannot just stay in Japan." While she expressed interest in facing Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey, saying she had not seen a fighter who emitted such an aura, she was impressed most with the match between SmackDown's Women's Champion Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, saying the whole match made her body tremble.
Goddamn fucking right.
Meiko Satomura also said that a full-time deal was never going to be in the card. With her commitments as the owner of Sendai Girls and her obligations in other promotions around the world, it just wasn't feasible. She did say that she left with an open door invite to return when she was able, and it's something she seemingly intends to take advantage of. If an opportunity comes up, she said, I will definitely make the trip across the ocean. Meiko stole the first few rounds of the Mae Young Classic with solid displays against Killer Kelly in the first round, an absolute classic against Mercedes Martinez in the second round. She ultimately lost to eventual winner Toni Storm in the semifinals in yet another tournament standout. No word where Satomura would be utilized, but it would more than likely be a run with either NXT or the UK NXT brand. Given the opponents she could more easily work with, although a match against Asuka would strongly be something of epic proportions that everyone would like to see. Before she joined the WWE, Asuka, then known as Kana, was one of Meiko's rivals across several promotions. So we would love to see that rekindled, I believe. a lot of people would. Yeah, Tim, what do you think? Did you enjoy Meiko's matches in the Mayan Classic, and would you like to see the Joshi Pro Wrestle champion?
Yeah, I enjoyed her. I thought the Tony Storm match was really good. But did you think Mercedes was better? Or Tony was her best match?
With Meiko? Bro, I don't like that Tony beat Meiko, so I think the match with Mercedes was really good. And now Mercedes finally got signed, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. They used her a couple more times.
Yeah, no, but I'm all for it. I'm about it. I like her swag. I think she's good. She's an old ring general.
Yeah,
definitely adding that.
I mean, age could play against her, but like you said, a ring general had great matches in the tournament, and I'm all for her coming back.
Definitely.
Just want to see her utilized.
Please come back. Please come back. Please come back. Please come back.
That's right. All right, Buzz Humans. Once again, episode 23 of Weekly Buzz. Let's get into the last segment. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty rumors, the dirt. Let's address and tackle the hard topics, the controversy. Here we go. Scandals in Japan. Takeshi Morishima arrested for assaulting a taxi driver in Takamichinoku. Outed from his own company by the board of directors due to an extramarital affair. Which one should we read first? Let's read about Morishima. This is from reddit.com r/squared circle. Update on the Takeshi Morishima arrest. Too long didn't read. He has fallen on some very hard times since retiring, and the story made mainstream news in Japan. This is not looking good for him at all. Here we go. Takeshi Morishima, 40, who at one point was thought to be one of the biggest stars of the current generation, but never reached that status for a number of reasons having to do with health and injuries, was arrested this past week. Yeah, I think it's important to read all this, just so we get all the facts out there. Morishima,
all the facts out there.
Morishima, who retired due to both health issues and physical condition issues in 2015, was arrested, allegedly attacking a taxi driver at 11:30 p.m. on November 4th in the Kabukicho section of Tokyo. The driver, whose name is not known, was reported as seriously injured with cheekbone injuries after Morishima refused to pay 1,800 yen, which is $159 American fare, and was allegedly punched in the face. Damn. Morishima was originally to make a comeback on, and I know that I reported this. I think we talked about this on a different show. At least if we didn't talk about it on this show, I might have mentioned it on I Dream with Joshi. But Morishima was originally to make his comeback on October 15th after 3 years out. But due to battling sepsis and undergoing surgery, his return was delayed until 2019. The story ended up making mainstream news, including being covered on the TV Asahi Evening Newscast. The belief is because Japan is so much about honor that this story will prevent him from coming back to wrestling anytime soon. Morishima at one point was being groomed to be the top star in Noah, a 300-plus pounder who could move like a Terry Gordy, who he greatly resembled in appearance, to give him credibility. I think he looked more like Stan Hansen. They sent him to ROH to become champion there, and he had a tremendous series of matches with Bryan Danielson, who I have a really cool T-shirt.
Pop the eye out.
Yeah, from I think Cheap Pop Shop that showcases those matches, including the didn't know this 2007 Wrestling Observer Match of the Year award winner.
Yeah.
Tokyo Sports ran a piece on Morishima saying that he had been living a sad life since his retirement, with stories that he was working as a live-in employee at a restaurant in a single small room apartment above the restaurant, and that some days he didn't even change his clothes and he was heavily drinking. It was noted that he was not drinking on the night of his arrest. It was said that in Shinjuku and Yatsuya sections of Tokyo, this sucks. He was frequently seen bumming money off of fans or wrestlers, and many businesses in the area didn't want him around their premises. He would act like a star, show up in the bars in a taxi, and try to get the patrons in the bar to pay the taxi charges, and claimed he once did the same thing at an independent show where he showed up with 500 yen taxi charge and tried to get a younger wrestler on the show to pay it. And that's all taken from the Wrestling Observer. That sucks, dude. I like Morishima. Huh?
I said that's horrible.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. He was like a fucking beast. You always talk about the match where he killed Homicide.
Killed.
And all the matches where he killed Daniel Bryan. So, I mean, that sucks, dude. He was going to come back from his return, had an injury. Or what's sepsis, yo?
It's bad. It's gross.
What is it, like a footing?
Cock pee. I don't know. I don't know that it's bad though.
Oh, well, that sucks.
You're like toxic almost.
Oh shit, bro. Well, that sucks. I guess Big Homie's getting drunk and trying to hit up the fans for rides home, or to pay for his ride home. Even worse.
Bad friend.
Yeah, that sucks. It doesn't look like he's gonna be coming back to wrestling
ever.
Taka Michinoku. Tim's gonna love this. One of Tim's buddies. Ejected from Kaientai Dojo Wrestling. Oh no. This past Monday, news broke in Japan media of a scandal involving former WWE superstar and WWE. That's not true. Involving former WWF superstar and WWF light heavyweight champion Taka Michinoku. Thank you. Who's currently starring in New Japan Pro Wrestling. A November 5th story in Yahoo Japan breaking all the stories, huh? Fucking dirt sheets of Japan. Not going to put them over anymore. Yahoo Japan reported that Taka Michinoku had been having an affair on his wife. While that may not seem like a huge scandal in North America, because that shit happens on the daily. After all, WWE superstar Bray Wyatt was the center of a similar incident with WWE ring announcer Jojo Offerman. But in Japan, family, and by default, family shame, is still a very big deal. In 2014, current New Japan star Taichi, coincidentally, apple don't fall far from the tree, a Suzuki-gun stablemate of Taka's, was caught having an affair and in the midst of a growing push was suspended for 2 months and had his wages cut substantially during the time. Well, Kaientai Dojo, the wrestling promotion actually started by Taka Michinoku in 2002 after he departed from WWF, through its board of directors, announced the penalties for his actions. While Taka will remain the company's owner, the board of directors has voted to remove him from the board completely and suspended his earnings for 1 whole year. Damn, bro. They choppy this pee-pee, huh?
Choppy pee-pee.
Taka is still an active member of the New Japan roster, and Suzuki Gun recently pairing up with UK sensation and stablemate Zack Sabre Jr. as the Englishman's Japanese hype man, sort of like his own Paul Heyman. New Japan has yet to respond to the incident. I don't know, man. Any thoughts on that? On Taka screwing around on his wife? I actually saw on Reddit that they said that this had been going on for like 8 years, bro. 8 fucking years he'd been screwing around on his wife for.
No, not really. He cheated on his wife. All right, good. Move along.
Exactly. Move along. I mean, it's pro wrestling, bro. You know what I mean?
I know it's not even pro wrestling. It's just life. I just don't care.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Moving on to our very last topic, Braun Strowman in hot water with Vince McMahon. This was from
oh my god. This is bullshit.
Yeah, I know. This is from New York Post too. So you know it's bullshit. Is Braun Strowman in big trouble with WWE owner Vince McMahon. Oh my God, Vince looks like such a cock in this fucking picture. Braun is reportedly in big trouble backstage with WWE owner Vince McMahon and the company's management. The monster among men, who stands 6'8", has allegedly had a series of run-ins with top brass, with insiders saying he is his own worst enemy. Strowman, 35, is one of the biggest stars on the roster and has enjoyed a huge push into the Universal title picture over the past 18 months, which he has not captured yet, has he?
No.
Wow. Many expect him to win. Many expect him to win the title at last week's Crown Jewel pay-per-view, but were left shocked when he lost an extremely quick match to the Beast Lesnar for the belt. The belt, you mean the championship? We don't call it belts around here. The apparent reluctance to make the 385-pound giant WWE's top man has left many baffled. But, oh God, exactly what Tim was saying earlier. But Pro Wrestling Inside's Mike Johnson claims it's because of major backstage heat. 4 different sources confirm Strowman is in hot water after developing a reputation for arriving late and leaving early to shows. Mike Johnson said, I'm going to do his voice. There are times when Strowman is negligent when it comes to showing up on time. Sometimes, in terms of etiquette in the backstage, in the locker room, Johnson said, sometimes, as one person put it, he's his own worst enemy, his own worst advocate. They'd be high on him. Just when it's to the point where you would think the next step is putting him into the centerpiece position for the company, something happens, and he makes some sort of misstep backstage. People within management kind of cool on him, and they take a step back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, Strowman is also believed to be having serious injury troubles, with Dave Meltzer claiming his knees are shot. Was that Mr. Magooey enough for you? This year's Money in the Bank winner was a professional man WWE in 2013. He debuted as part of the Wyatt family, but has come into his own going alone as a singles competitor. I don't know, man. What do you think? I mean, 18 months, like I said, kind of alluded to, no world title. But you know how Vince is, dude. And I got a follow-up question for this topic, but
I honestly, it's just stupid. It's a bunch of shenanigans. That's not going to stop him from getting the title. If they wanted to put the title on him, they would have. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't think they would play that game that, like, if they were that pissed off at him, why would they have him in the spotlight as much as they do? You know what I mean? He may not be winning the title, but, like, why even have his face so prominent even though you're mad at him? Like, no, it's just dumb.
All right, so with that said, one last question before we close things up here. Ride the buzzwaves on home. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. This is an open-ended question, Tim. I'll ask you, see what your opinion is on this. This kind of relates to the Braun Strowman thing, but I kind of want to start like integrating like maybe a question like this as like the last segment of the show from now on. Just leave you guys with like an op-ed kind of thing that's not necessarily related to a specific rumor or news piece or result, but here we go. In 2018, well, I would even say not in 2018, in 2019, does the WWE business model in terms of building up just one talent for him or her to be the one work anymore? So basically, do you think WWE is past the days of the John Cenas, the Rocks, the Stone Colds, the Bret Harts, the Undertakers, the big guys, and right now with all the 50-50 booking and not really guys having developed gimmicks or even outfits and shit that really stand out from each other, kind of casual fans just seeing everybody as one note. I don't know, which way what do you think? Do you think that the times of there being the one is over, or
yeah, I think the one is over. Mm-hmm. But also, too, maybe the one would still be there if they just didn't have a flooded roster. I still think their roster is way too big. I think that's their biggest killer for them.
Can I tell you
talent that they don't use?
Not to interrupt, but to touch on that point and to back your point up, I just downloaded the most current roster for Extreme Warfare Revenge Wrestling Simulator, and I was going through because I keep saying I want to start filming myself playing that, but I finally updated everything with the right graphics and the roster, and I even put the Relevant Rasslin logo in there so I can start Relevant Rasslin Promotions, Wrestling Championship Federation. But seriously, when you look, what I'm getting at is now this is their combined roster, but I was trying to get a feel okay, what's the average number of people that are on the rosters on here, so I can make a fair roster.
Yeah.
WWE has 255 people on their roster. That's Raw, SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live, NXT UK, but they're and people on some of the people in there still have in developmental, so it's people working the Largo loop and shit like that. You got your Keith Lees, who really just made their debut. Your Punishment Martinez just got moved onto there, but in developmental, guys like that. Okay, 255 people, dude. Like you said, that's a huge roster. It's very hard to build the one.
Yeah.
Or build the company on the back of one. I definitely agree with you like that. Now it's more of just they have the Shield, they got the Wyatts, Styles, Mysterio, Rusev gets kind of popular, but I feel before anybody gets too big, they kind of get squashed or knocked down. I mean, you do got Lesnar, who's not necessarily
no. That's a totally different story. Don't even go there.
But that's I don't know. I think we we have generally the same opinion on that at this point. I think the days of where the Four Pillars, the Three Musketeers, the Horsemen, the days of the Mount Rushmore worthy guys, I think are just over. This is so flooded. Anybody can be an indie wrestler now,
Yeah, literally.
And I feel Vince is just kind of he doesn't care, bro. Cena's gone. Why is Roman just got sick. He can't just hitch. WWE ain't a one-trick pony anymore. Not that they're a fucking stable full of horses either, but it's better for them to just bank on all these little, not even bank, just cycle through.
Invest.
Is it investing? It's short-term investment. They're not doing long-term investment anymore.
Oh yeah.
It is short-term investment, but
You're right.
All right, Buzz Humans. That wraps things up for all the topics that we got here for episode 23 of False Finish Productions presents Relevant Wrestling Weekly Buzz. I will plug the social media one more time. Give the thank yous. Tim can plug his pages. We'll give shout outs, like I said, and then we'll sign off. So with that said, Buzz Humans, once again, big props. Congrats, their biggest gig yet. False Finish Productions last night at the NEW show for the whole thing, but more importantly, filming that Pentagon and Darby match and that Kenny and Phoenix match, which people are saying are two of the best indie matches of the year. It's crazy. Year's almost over, but big shout out to them, False Finish Productions. Make sure to check us and them out all over social media so you can ride the buzzways with us. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all over social media. That's right, Buzz Humans, False Finish Productions, and Relevant Wrestling Productions. Play the Relevant Wrestling BuzzTune mixtape on Spotify. Watch the Buzzlist playlist on YouTube. New songs and matches added weekly. Check out the relevant reviews on our Facebook group page on our notes section. Check out more reviews on the Japanese Puro Ichiban page on WordPress. Who am I kidding? We don't update that page anymore. But I will soon. I promise. I'm going to do some reviews soon because the holidays are coming up, and I got some time out from work. We'll be working on some new things. So, yes. Also, make sure to check out falsefinish.com. Hit us up for your copy of The Relevant Rag, issue 3, second printing on its way. Check out our WrestleMania 35 week indie show planner, our Northeast, I'll call it, our Northeast indie show Google Docs calendar so you don't miss a relevant show. And head on over to our Relevant Rasslin Pro Shop on Big Cartel for all of your buzzworthy wrestling wares, prints, and zines up on there. The holidays are coming up. So, let's bless each other down with the gift of giving. Buzz Humans. Whew. Once again, thank yous. Shout outs to False Finish Productions, to our extended Relevant Wrestling family, to Chris. Chris put in overtime at work, so we can't fault him there. Jake doing his thing out in Tennessee. Jake went to a Southern Underground Pro show recently. Saw Marco Stunt. He saw Jake Parnell, Brett Iverson. He really enjoyed himself. That's pretty cool. Got to see Dom Guarini, Kevin Koo, Angelus Lane. I'm trying to get out there one day to a show. Southern Underground Pro on the rise. Shout outs to Dan, Jeremy, Tyler, and the rest, our extended Buzz family. Austin and Bob at IcoPod. Hulk Hogan for all of the cool artwork. Tenacious Tyler for the flyer. He's back. So check out all his shit on social media. The Suck Me crew, everyone who has helped out with the Relevant Rag. Tim, before the Relevant Rap starts playing, do you want to plug the Bruiser Brody page?
Yes, if you like wrestling and you like beer, then check out my page. It is BREWSIR_BRODY because I gotta. So check it out. Let me know what you think.
And Buzz Humans, because I know that you fucking hear it in the background. Last but not least, big shout outs to our man, John Kramer, aka Jamel Wright, for The Relevant Rap. Buzz Humans, this has been episode 23 of the most relevant and buzzworthy podcast in all of independent and professional wrestling. This is False Finish Productions presents Relevant Wrestling Weekly Buzz. Buzz Humans, kayfabe may be dead, but originality and diversity are not. For False Finish Productions and Relevant Wrestling Productions, Joe Fortune, Tim, aka Bruiser Brody, Buzz Humans, it's always relevant to us. Damn it. Peace.
Take a kingdom down, we hit the Rainmaker. Just too sweet for life, make them feel the burn, convincing enough to work a scene a heel turn. We are the scene, Larry Dowell's telling it. You better tune in when the wrestling is relevant. Doesn't matter if the rock with the nation is smelling it. Know your role, catch a show. The wrestling is relevant. A broken brilliance is undeniable, evident. The lead you will go with the wrestling is relevant. We undisputed, baby. It's a scary revenge. It's the revival when the business with the wrestling is relevant. What you gonna do? Relevant Wrestling. It's best for business. Relevant Wrestling. Feel the bang. Relevant Wrestling. Who's next? Relevant.